All right, we're live with you. Seventh inning stretch here. Just reacting to the Dodgers. Up 3-0 on the Yankees now in a World Series that looked to be so exciting at the beginning of the year, or the beginning of the week, has kind of made a little turn here. The Dodgers' dominance has taken over. Maybe the Yankees will have a little fight back. I want to get into some real thoughts into this game as well. You guys, I got to start with, for me, because it was such kind of like a Dodgers dominant game after the Freeman home run in the front in the beginning. I did feel like, not as a big deal or anything like that, but I did feel like the Yankees did get squeezed a little bit more in the strike zone, like especially that one to Torres where it looked like you have Soto on deck. It would have gone 3-2, Tyler. After that strike three call, that kind of felt like it ended any hope there for him, for me.
I mean, I'll agree that was a bad call. It was high. It should have been called the ball, but I didn't feel like there was any momentum for the Yankees.
That was the only momentum they had.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the only momentum they started. I can't even say they had any, like, because they had one guy on base at the time. It's not like they were rallying, hitting the ball over the yard.
It was
just a bad offensive game by the Yankees. They haven't been able to hit the last two games, and the Dodgers bullpen has lived up to what we thought it would be at the beginning of this year.
I thought they got a lot of favorable calls. I thought that was a little part of it. I thought they did. And I mean, that, like you said, that would have loaded the bases with Soto to come up with the bases. That's a little different there. And then you got Stanton running the bases there at third base there, Josh. Slow-mo around the corner. It's like, get there. Come on. How many more strides is it going to take? Perfect throw by Hernandez. That was also a big play as well, Edwards.
I mean, this series is just infuriating. I mean, I came on here and I ranted and raved about how great game one was and how much I wasn't looking forward to this World Series, and maybe there was some hope. Oh, it's been a snooze fest, man. What's going on?
That game one was still pretty good. Game two, but you're right. Yeah, other than that, it's been kind of. I feel like that was the game changer. Is that game one? When you lose a game like that, I mean, that's
broke them.
That's tough to come back from, right? Like, there's not many teams. I was trying to think, like, in history, how many, like, only the Diamondbacks stick out to me as a team that like had devastating losses and then still were able to win a World Series. I mean, I don't know. Like, that's kind of the Yankees. The Yankees have collapsed. Kayla, oh, yeah. I ain't with you. They feel like they have. I don't know. Like, Aaron Judge is part of that collapse. I mean, you can't strike out every freaking time you're up. Like, you have to do something if you're. I mean, yeah, he is becoming a major. I mean, he's had some decent playoff games in the past. There's no doubt about it. He's had some homers, but Kayla brings up the point, and they've certainly given up. Bats completely dead. Other than that Verdugo home run, what were they going to be? The first shutout since like Josh Beckett or whatever I saw in the.
Since they got shut out by Beckett to end the 2003 World Series.
Kayla's right on the point there with it. I don't know. That's the biggest disappointment is the Yankees bats haven't showed up at all, gentlemen. They have not shown up, but Aaron Judge in particular has been absolutely a no-show. 3 more strikeouts tonight, Tyler. Oh my God.
He's looked pathetic, and they haven't made one single adjustment. They haven't changed anything. They just have gone out there, rolled the balls out, and said, this is what got us here, and it just isn't working for them. The Dodgers are the best team in baseball.
They look,
and it hurts me to say. It kills me to say.
They've been unbeatable, Edwards, and the Yankees have not. I kind of want to go there with Tyler, though, like, because we getting some comments here with. We got our guy California 626. The Dodgers all day, they are up 3-0. You should feel confident like that. And the Yankees aren't making any adjustments. Like, this would have been the game to put Judge at the number 1 spot or move him down a spot. I think this would have been the game to do it, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're not going to make the change here, there's no point in making the change. Go down with the ship as things are. This is the girl you brought to the dance. You're going to dance with her until the end of the dance, and that's what Boone looks like he's doing. The Dodgers could sweep the Yankees tomorrow, but from the sounds of it, the Dodgers are going to have a bullpen game. So maybe there's some hope there that one of the guys comes to the bullpen and just
implodes. Yeah. It doesn't look good for the Yankees, does it, Josh?
But no, not at all. But if the Yankees are going to get a game, It's going to be tomorrow, and then it's going to end up being a gentleman's sweep, just the opposite way of which way I wanted it to go. So
I don't know. Like, there's a lot of little like. I appreciate the commentary. The Yankees look terrible. They do. They look. I mean, you're not hitting. I mean, there's nothing that's going to make you look worse than that. Like that's going to make. And the Dodgers are getting clutch hits. Even Betts is getting little bloopers there. Tyler, and then Frederick Freeman. My goodness. I mean, is automatic MVP at this point? I mean, just automatic fat jokers. The Yankees. he might have. Fat Joe might have. There's a good chance of it.
I had to think about that for a second.
We gotta comprehend that one. But I mean, Tyler, that's the thing. Like that. Like people are like the Dodgers, the Yankees have the best 3 hitters. And before the series, I was like, man, I guess we just see the Dodgers more. I mean, that 1, 2, 3 is as good as you're gonna ever ask for. And the fact that Ohtani played today just to be a threat to walk, and then you add Hernandez on top of that. I mean, these are 4 legit professional hitters. 3 of them are MVPs. So I don't know. It's a little insane that it's shocking in some regards that the Dodgers are up this much. I mean, the Dodgers, I don't know. I guess the injuries would be the one thing that would hold you back, but they've looked dominant over the Yankees, right? Or are you like, no, that game 1, that changed everything. That took the hope away from the Yankees.
I said it once. All right, it's the bullpen. If you have a bullpen that could go out and throw 4 shutout in, or I guess they gave up 2 runs with 2 outs in the ninth today, Kopech. But like last game, they shut him down the last 4 innings. This game, they shut him down 4 innings. I just when you have that bullpen and then you have the lineup that complements each other so perfectly, and Shohei, Mookie, Freddie. Add Teoscar, and then you have professional hitters and like clutch hitters and Kike Hernandez and Will Smith. And I'm not even thinking of the guy. What the hell is the guy's name? I can't even think of it right now. Tommy Edman playing out of his mind.
Oh God, yeah.
They just have like a complete run tonight, and that's just how you win how you win World Series.
Guys, CP too. Freddie Freeman, yes, he knows this is a Mets fan. Freddie does like to torture. He's like Chipper. He likes to torture those Mets fans a little bit. The corner infielders there, and he's doing it to the Yankees right now. They're getting the vibe. I mean, he's on absolute fire. Like he hits a home. Yesterday, I think Josh, when we did the show last time, we were debating could Edmonds steal it. I mean, this is Freeman's to lose. This has to go like 6 or 7 for him to lose it at this point. He already has 3 dingers, I believe 8 RBIs. Like, I mean, it's not going to happen. The Yankees relief pitching somewhat saved the game. They did keep him in the game tonight. I agree with that. I like your guys' podcast. The favorite. You speak facts. Thank you. Appreciate you tuning in tonight here on the postgame show. Appreciate that, sir. We usually do podcasts every Thursday about 6:45 Central Time, 6:45 or 8:45 Central Time, 6:45 Pacific Time. If you ever want to check us out during that, appreciate you tuning in here after the game here. Josh Edwards, Tyler McGurk here. This is Chisholm, kind of what you were talking about, Josh. Kind of not happy with the umpires. I thought the umpires were a little tough on him, today. But Hernandez as well gets another clutch hit for the Dodgers, Josh. I mean, this guy, you put him in a postseason, you know he's going to end up at least with 1 hit with a runner on second.
Yeah, I mean, if he's available and you're a postseason contending team, you sign this guy no matter what. Because if you get there, he's going to come through in the clutch. It's what he does. He's a gamer, unlike Aaron Judge, who's a choker.
What do
you
you
think? Choke artist.
What do you think of Bueller tonight, Josh? He was good again.
Pretty good.
I mean, the Dodgers pitching's been between Yamamoto, right, and then Bueller. You get that, and then you get Flaherty. I mean, that's better than we expected at the beginning.
Oh, it's been better across the board than we expected, or at least that I expected. It's been unreal. It's infuriating to watch. I mean, there's no way the Dodgers get this thing up at this point. I mean, if they do, it'll be an absolute cataclysmic implosion of the sorts we've never seen before. So,
Edwards, can we do a little like Mike Greenberg, Dallas Cowboys type of stuff right now? We're like, okay, hold on, like this is breaking the Yankees talk. Is Brett Boone fired if they get swept? Like, is that a legitimate thing? If Brett Boone gets swept? Or
Ross Cashman, I was
Aaron Boone, sorry. I was thinking of the nightmares when I was an A's fan there for a little bit. Aaron Boone, I should say there. Aaron Boone, not what was that's
not Brett.
We had a different name. Yeah, we did have Brett.
Wrong one.
Yeah, Aaron Boone. You know what I'm talking about. Aaron Boone there. Do you think he's on the hot seat with a sweet drop?
Well, his seat was. I mean, his pants were literally on fire at the end
After
of game one.
You were pissed.
That his pants were on fire. At this point, I've already made my decision that I'm moving on from him next year, and I'm finding a new hitting coach for the postseason. That's what I'm doing, and I'm going to get a real pitcher, and I'm going to try to find a way to get rid of Carlos Rondon.
Who's taking that contract?
Rondon.
That's going to be a tough get.
Yeah.
Here was that strike 3, by the way, on Torres. Oh,
terrible!
A little tough one call right there. Tough call there. Would have kept the treat. Yeah,
I can't believe he took it so well. He didn't even turn around to the up. He just.
Boone would have been ejected in this game if it was a regular season game. There's no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
This would have been an automatic ejection in a game if this was a regular season game. Boone would have been tossed way earlier in this one. There's no doubt about it.
I thought this strike zone was big in general tonight.
It was like from the first inning.
I mean, at least it was like that all night, and it was big. But it was.
It just seemed to kill the Yankees more. That
was the Yankees.
Yeah, exactly. Especially because they couldn't get the big hits when it delivered. Do you think Boone's fired though, Tyler?
No, he seems to be a Cashman guy. I don't see Cashman getting rid of him. Does he deserve to be fired? Those game one mistakes are huge, and they would loom large if there was a GM who didn't bring him in and seems to be a big fan of his. I don't think he gets fired. I think you'd have the right to fire him, and I would not. I wouldn't be like, oh, he doesn't deserve this.
Chisholm, he had that good game one, right? We talked about that when he got the three ST. But he's batting like what, a $150 now in the World Series. He's been
something like $171.
I mean, he's been bad too. So between you have Judge batting 3 and him batting 5, and then you look at the Dodgers top 5 order, and you're just like, well, that's the game right there. Like that's what it is. You have guys on base. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get RBIs. You're gonna get sack flies. And in the World Series, like we said, like it feels like the Dodgers are dominating. They're not like dominating by that much. They're just winning by a couple more runs. Tonight was the most dominant performance, obviously. But at the end of the day, it was 4-2. Get another runner on, you get a chance to tie it up. But my point is like they've right there. They just haven't been able to execute the Yankees enough in the clutch situations. And this is how you win a World Series. Like you cannot blow a game. You cannot blow any game on the road when you are up in the 8th inning. That is an automatic game changer. And then, Edwards, you end up doing what you did last night. And then tonight, and there you go. You find yourself in a 3-0 hole.
I mean, it feels like the Yankees have left like 12 to 16 men on base in the World Series alone.
Yeah, they've been awful.
It's just coming through with runners in scoring position at this point. I mean, the pitching for the Yankees hasn't been horrible. It's not like they're getting blown out the water. It's just they can't hit to save their lives.
No.
I mean, they couldn't hit themselves out of a wet paper bag right now.
They're bad right now. They are bad. And you're right about the clutch situation. T, good.
Yeah, I saw a stat, like there was 2 outs in the 7th where like the Yankees were 4 for 41 of balls put in play that were in the strike zone. Like so they can't even hit strikes at this point. The whole lineup has been god awful the whole World Series outside of Soto. Like there's nobody you trust to get on base. Like I mean Stanton's been okay, I guess. But like everybody else is a disaster. Like this Judge thing. I mean, he's obviously a great player. The numbers don't lie in the regular season. 58 home runs, 144 RBIs, and a 300 plus average.
He's gonna win MVP.
Yeah, but this playoffs, the last 2 playoffs he's been where they had like decent runs. Just god.
I heard the boo boards tonight, Tyler. The boo birds were a little louder tonight.
When was the last time you saw a hitter of his caliber go this ice cold this fast?
At this caliber, at this point, after winning a second MVP, it doesn't happen too much to them. But they usually get on base more than this at least. That's the one thing with Judge is he's just striking out like
he's getting K'd.
He's like Eric Burns or something. He's like, what are we doing here? Like this is not acceptable. Like,
and this is the one guy when people said, "Do we got to worry about Judge?" We were like, "No, Judge will figure it out. He'll be fine."
I know. I thought he was going to be locked in. That's why if I'm a Yankees fan, he's the guy I'd be pissed at. Like I was thinking like, what World Series does this remind me of? Where like I thought it was going to be better than it was. And sorry, Josh, it makes me think of the 2004 World Series where I was like, oh, Red Sox, Cardinals. And then your Cardinals.
That's exactly what this reminds me of.
And it's like, oh, the Cardinals, it was a good game 1. Cardinals lost it. It was like a high scoring game. and then you guys scored like 4 runs. It felt like the rest of the series. Maybe seriously, you might have scored 5, and the Red Sox won 4-0. And like that's the last series that I think of where I'm like, oh, this was going to be great, and then all of a sudden it was kind of a snooze fest in the sense of we had the great game 1, and then we had a blow out the rest of the way. So that kind of seems that might be the case here with this World Series if the Dodgers finish it off in Game 4. Which you guys think there's a sweep though?
I had a 4-1 before the series started. I think they just sweep them.
They sweep them. The Yankees don't even get the one.
They just seem like perfectly put together team. Like everything's going their way.
And they have all these injuries too, Tyler. It's insane.
I know, that's the scary part. Next year it's going to be even better.
Because they get May back.
Roberts deserves a lot of credit for.
Yeah, I was talking about where they cannon him after they lose to the Padres.
Hold on. How can Dave Roberts be given all this credit?
I mean, they're pitching damn good.
Yeah, but they still have stars across the board.
Yeah, but to me, you got to win with it, though. You have to win. And baseball, is tougher than that. You can't just win with baseball with stars. And, like, all the stars have been hurt. Like, they didn't have a bullpen for a while. Like, somehow they've developed a bullpen.
Who's the all-stars? I mean, Bueller, I guess, has been at one point, but he's been terrible the last year and a half. Then Gratterall, Messier, Hudson, Banda, Brazier, Kopech. Like, they're all a bunch of journeymen.
And they traded for Kopech, and he wasn't good with the White Sox, right?
But he's got a history of being a good pitcher.
I think I kind of with Tyler on the fact that they've been able to put the pitching staff they have together. Like that was not the bullpen they had come what they thought they had to become March and April. So like that part you have to give them credit for, and other teams going to pick some of these guys up too, and they didn't. And so like there is that part of it. Like they could have had a few of them along the way. So. The offense is a different thing. Like I said, we have 3 MVPs. Like that, to me, that's the best top 3. Like, that's why I was stunned before the series. And I was like, people are really thinking, like, I was like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is Soto, Judge, and Stanton. But I was like, I saw it with my own eyes a couple times at Giant Stadium. And like, I mean, I know it's the Giants pitching, but I was like, this is like this lineup. Like, those guys are too good at the top of the order. They're as professional hitters as you would ever want. Judge strikes out too much. Those guys don't. Betts did have that same thing going on, so maybe that's what Judge is going through. That like 4 for 43 in the postseason, right? Is that a thing? I mean, maybe maybe that's what we're talking about with Judge right now.
I mean, maybe, but he needs to get out of it.
Well, maybe that takes him. What would take Betts 2 years, 2 playoff runs?
Probably not.
I think it'd take Judge 1 more playoff run, and then he can get out of it.
Freeman's just been unbelievable, though. Like, he's just the perfect
beast
at bat. He's always going to take the tough pitches. He's going to square something out at some point. And if he doesn't, he's going to just miss something that's going to go flying high in the air. He's the guy I want up in all of baseball. Him and Soto, I said it before the series, but the way he's played, I got to go with Freddie.
Did you guys think Hernandez's throw at home, though, was a game changer? That was the bottom of the 4th. They
Stan's just slow.
Yeah, that's definitely the definition of slow. There, I
thought I was slow, but watching him on film, if he looks that slow, I look like paint drying.
Can I just promise this is not a political endorsement, but I had to think of Edwards with this when Stan was running home right here. We got it. I thought that would have been too good. There's Stan. Somebody posted that Stan running up. I thought Edwards would enjoy that a little too much.
Oh, that was funny.
We can get that with it. Stan running up.
Man.
You got that. I thought that was a game changer. I thought that was pretty big. Like 3-1, you score there. I mean, if he does throw it 5 feet to the right, he's safe. So it's not like
he was out by a mile, man.
You know what? I don't know if a mile's the way I would say. I thought it was a good throw, though. It was a good throw. He didn't make an error there.
I didn't even think the throw was that impressive. I just think Stanton's just that slow.
I mean, he gave him.
It was accurate, at least.
It was accurate. It was accurate.
Yeah.
All Will had to do was just make the tag. But I thought that was another. I thought that was another big play. I thought that could have been a game-changing play too.
Could have been.
Put a little pressure on him there. So throw him out. That's a lot of momentum. I don't know. There's a lot of plays there.
3-1's a completely different ballgame than 3-0 feeling devastated going into the next half inning. Like, fuck, we just blew a chance to score some runs. And by getting thrown out at home. Yeah, that's a big play.
Baseball's is different. Like my favorite at bat was Rizzo's, and I think the top of the seventh or bottom of the seventh, where he gets like just a crappy call on like the first strike away. I mean, as bad a strike as you could have, and then he gets called on a tight one inside. That it was a strike, but given the strike he just got on the outside, you could tell he was pissed. He called timeout. He barked, and then he fought his way through 7 pitches and singles to right to kind of give the Yankees any chance there before Torres struck out a few batters later in the bottom. So that was my favorite at bat of the night. But that was a playoff at bat, and that's what I enjoy about when we do get the World Series. There are guys that lock in like that. You have to think of it like that, like one little at bat keep the line moving, get to the next spot there. So that's all you can do with it. But I want to go back. Go ahead, Josh.
Real quick, I said something where, and Tyler and I both actually made this comment that the Yankees didn't make any change. They did have one small change tonight, as in Trevino started behind the plate instead of Wells. Not like it made any difference. No. I do enjoy watching him catch better than Wells, though.
I can't believe Logan had Wells better than Will Smith and Rizzo better than Freeman before this year.
Have you noticed he hasn't made the show since we haven't had Logan perform? Will Logan be there for the sweep tomorrow? Will he be there Tuesday night for the sweep ahead? That will be breaking news. Come on, Logan, show up, hit up. We got to get you there.
He's not even in the comments, man.
He's in there. He's listening somehow. He just doesn't have the energy. He doesn't have the passion. Right now, he got sucked away from him. I was thinking about that. I want to go back to this before we end it. So the Yankees, they're down 3-0. There's disappointing losses, and then you just can't come back from. And I just feel like there's so many examples where that's more true than the other way around. Like, I think of the Rangers to the Cardinals. Like, you lose that. They go up 4-0 in the first inning, and they lose that game. You just don't have – like, when you blow a game like game one, like, that's a lot of – that. There's rare mental toughness teams even in professional sports. Even NBA, whatever it is, like I've seen it all. Like there's certain teams who are like, that is some cojones. Those are some mental toughness teams right there that came back and won those games. Like I just don't see the Yankees having that mental toughness with this team. They don't have the depth on the pitching to be able to get the job done, especially when you let your ace go 88 pitches through 6 innings and take them out. So I don't.
He's got to pitch tomorrow night, doesn't he? He has to pitch tomorrow night.
Why make him start now? It's going to be Gil. I mean, what's the point?
I mean,
it's Cole's going to be game 5. That's what he's going to be.
I don't.
It's got to be Luis Gil tomorrow versus the Dodgers to be determined. It's probably who it's going to be. So.
Well, I mean, I agree with you, but I think it's throw my best guy out there.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they do. Maybe they surprise us, and there's still plenty of time for that. They could do it. I'm just disappointed in the Yankees a little bit, but I kind of go back to that. It's just not going to happen after that game 1. That was the game changer. It feels like right now. That was it. Nestor Cortez is the one that sent them to the offseason. Big Nestor.
As soon as I saw him then tonight, I knew the Yankees had given up on this game.
I don't know. It wasn't there. Would you get any final thoughts, gentlemen, on game 3 here before we get to game 4? Probably tomorrow night, maybe the sweep. This might be our final 7th inning in terms of our regular season here with it, as we've been with you since April. We got a comment in here. Shout out to everyone in the chat, including Variety Sports. There, keep up the good work on the channel. Appreciate it. Shout out for the South Bronx. Contreras. Yes, absolutely. You guys were trying to put up a little fight there. What do you got, though, Tyler? Final shout out here. The World Series here, game 3. Appreciate you joining us as well.
I mean, the more we talk about this, the more the outcome seems destined, and I just get more depressed by the minute. I'm just like, how the hell are the Dodgers going to win this World Series? This isn't what I wanted. But I mean, we haven't even seen Phillips from the Dodgers out of the bullpen. They have bullets they haven't even had to use yet. So I don't know. The Dodgers pitching staff has shown up.
Phillips is good too. He's not an easy at bat by any means. That sweeper is pretty nasty. I feel like we covered a lot tonight. We went to Judge, right, Josh? We talked about Hernandez. We talked to Freeman. We went through everything with the Yankees disappointments, the Dodgers there with it. Your final thoughts here, Edwards, on game 3 as we move to game 4.
Total snooze fest. Tomorrow night better be better, or if it's just as bad, it better be with the same result because I can't take much more of this.
The only thing, we're not going to get a reverse Red Sox Yankees. The Yankees win 4 in a row. We're not going to get that here.
No, not with this team.
It'd be a beautiful thing.
I would appreciate that. If we could get a little drama with that, McGurk would not mind a little extra drama there on that side of it. We got some extra comments in there tonight. So CP in there, California SGV 626. That's like Brian Johnson, the name there with it. So we got a few in there with it. Appreciate that, Kayla, as well. Tuned in. So a lot of good comments here. Baseball on the way. It looks like Game 4 might be the ending of the World Series that we've had followed so long along the way here. Please, seriously, OMG. Yeah, that was it. So, Josh, been a long year. Will tomorrow be the final night? We will soon find out. Luis Gil, is he on the line for us? Is he the last starter for us of the year? We'll see if that is the case tomorrow night. But Yankees, Dodgers, as we just said, 3-0 Dodgers. One more maybe to go. Tyler McGurk, appreciate you joining us this evening. Thanks for coming on. No, it's been you've been with us a lot over the last month on 7th Inning Stretch, so it's been fun having you back on. Edwards, I know it's late out there, almost midnight. Appreciate you staying on late with us here with it. But it's baseball season. We're almost at the end. So 7th Inning Stretch, be sure to like and subscribe there. For Tyler McGurk, for Josh Edwards, I'm Darren Breyer. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Peace.